In the peaceful kingdom of Magadha, nestled amidst rolling hills and serene rivers, lay a humble monastery known for its tranquility. It was a place where monks devoted their lives to seeking enlightenment, meditating under ancient Bodhi trees, and studying sacred texts. Yet, for a young monk named Ajita, peace was elusive. Ajita, though diligent in his practice, felt restless. During meditations, his mind wandered to the regrets of yesterday and the uncertainties of tomorrow. The quiet he sought seemed to slip further away with every passing moment. One day, during a teaching by the venerable Master Daira, Ajita's frustration spilled over. "Master," he asked earnestly, "I follow every practice you teach, but my thoughts race, and my mind refuses to be still. How can I truly live in the present moment?" Daira smiled, his eyes filled with kindness. "Ajita, presence is not something you can capture through effort alone. It is a living thing, felt and practiced in each breath. Go into the world, observe, learn, and let life itself show you the way." Puzzled but trusting his teacher's wisdom, Ajita prepared for his journey. With a simple cloth bag and a heart full of questions, he set off to find the elusive secret of presence. As he wandered through villages and fields, Ajita came across a farmer named Bhaskar. The old man, bent with age but strong in spirit, toiled under the scorching sun, guiding his oxen through the fields. Ajita was drawn to the serenity on Bhaskar's face, even amidst the harsh conditions. "Why do you work so tirelessly under this blazing sun, without complaint or distraction?" Ajita asked, sitting on the edge of the field. Bhaskar wiped his brow and chuckled. "If I let my mind wander to yesterday's drought or worry about tomorrow's storms, the plow would never run straight. My crops thrive because I focus only on the furrow before me. Each moment in the field is my life's work, and in giving it my full attention, I find peace." Ajita stayed with Bhaskar for several days, helping with the harvest. At first, he found it tedious, but gradually, he began to notice the rhythm of the work, the steady push of the plow, the feel of the earth under his hands, and the subtle dance of the seasons. He discovered that when he focused entirely on the task, a sense of calm washed over him. Presence, he realized, was giving his complete attention to the moment, no matter how ordinary it seemed. Leaving the fields behind, Ajita wandered into a bustling town. There, amidst the clamor of merchants and the chatter of townsfolk, his eyes fell upon a woman named Mala. She was a weaver, her hands moving deftly at a loom to create exquisite fabrics. Ajita watched her for a long time, mesmerized by the intricate patterns taking shape. Finally, he approached. "Mala," he asked, "how do you stay so calm and focused, surrounded by all this noise and chaos?" Mala paused briefly, smiling. "Each thread I weave is like a moment of life. If I rush or let my mind wander, the pattern becomes flawed. But if I stay with the thread in my hands, it becomes something beautiful. Life is like a loom. Each moment requires our care and attention." Ajita joined Mala for a fortnight, learning the art of weaving. At first, his hands fumbled, but Mala's patient guidance helped him find a rhythm. He discovered the joy of creating something with devotion and mindfulness. Presence, he realized, was transforming the mundane into a form of art and prayer. Continuing his journey, Ajita followed a quiet forest trail until he reached the bank of a serene river. There, he met Saras, an elderly hermit who sat silently, gazing at the flowing water. Drawn by the hermit's tranquility, Ajita approached. "Why do you spend your days watching this river?" he asked. Saras turned to him and spoke softly. "This river teaches me everything I need to know about life. Look at how it flows. Always moving forward, never lingering in the past, nor rushing to the future. It faces obstacles, yet it does not fight them. It simply flows, adapting and continuing. Life, like this river, can be lived fully when we let go of clinging to time and outcomes." Ajita spent countless hours beside the river, observing its gentle currents. He noticed how it reflected the sky, embraced the rocks in its path, and continued its journey without resistance. For the first time, Ajita felt a deep stillness within. Presence, he realized, was living with the flow of life, free from the burdens of past and future. Months later, Ajita returned to his monastery. As he entered the gates, he carried no grand enlightenment, yet there was a quiet transformation in his demeanor. Venerable Daira welcomed him warmly. "Tell me, Ajita," his teacher said, "what did you learn on your journey?" Ajita's face lit with a serene smile. "Master, I learned from Bhaskar that presence is in focusing on what lies before you. From Mala, I learned that mindfulness can turn even small tasks into acts of devotion. And from Saras, I learned that presence is like a flowing river, adaptable, unburdened, and alive in every moment. Presence is not something to achieve, but something to live, breath by breath." Daira nodded with satisfaction. "Now you understand, Ajita. Presence is the heart of the Buddha's teaching. Through it, we find freedom from suffering and a doorway to peace." From that day on, Ajita's life transformed. He no longer sought presence in lofty practices or rituals. Instead, he found it in the simple act of sweeping the monastery courtyard, savoring his meals, and listening deeply to those around him. His quiet transformation inspired the villagers, who began to seek his guidance. Ajita shared his wisdom through stories, offering simple lessons: to feel the earth under their feet while walking, to savor the taste of food instead of rushing through meals, to listen with their whole heart instead of merely hearing. As the years passed, Ajita came to be known as the monk of the present moment, a name that reflected his gentle yet profound wisdom. His teachings echoed through generations, reminding people that the art of being present is not found in distant retreats or grand achievements. It is here, now, waiting to be embraced in the heart of everyday life. The story of Ajita teaches us that in every breath and every heartbeat lies a profound truth. The present moment is all we ever truly have. In a world that constantly pulls us in multiple directions, staying present can feel like a challenge. But the truth is, you don't need to make big changes or carve out extra time to connect with the present moment. You can start right here, right now, with something as simple and natural as your breath. The beauty of focusing on your breath is that it's always with you. Whether you're sitting at your desk, walking in the park, or even doing something as mundane as washing dishes, your breath is a constant anchor. All it takes is a little awareness. Here's how you can begin. At any point during your day, pause for a moment and turn your attention inward. Notice the rhythm of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils as you inhale, and the slightly warmer air as you exhale. There's no need to force or control it. Just let your breath flow naturally, observing it as it is. If you find your mind wandering, that's completely normal. It happens to everyone. The key is to gently guide your attention back to the breath without judgment or frustration. Think of it as a kind of mental exercise, strengthening your ability to stay in the moment. You can do this anytime and anywhere. Waiting in line? Take a moment to notice your breath. Stuck in traffic? Instead of getting frustrated, focus on the rhythm of your breathing. Even in conversations, pausing briefly to notice your breath can help you listen more intently and connect deeply. Over time, this practice of bringing your attention back to the breath creates a sense of calm and presence. It helps you step out of the whirlwind of thoughts about the past or worries about the future, grounding you in the only place that truly exists, the present moment. So, start small. Just a few seconds of mindful breathing here, and there can make a big difference. You might be surprised how much calmer and clearer life feels when you're truly present. Remember, the practice of presence isn't about perfection. It's about intention and practice. If you found this simple practice helpful, consider integrating it into your daily routine, and let me know in the comments how it's transforming your day. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video inspires you to embrace the power of presence.